going on, Mets fans? All things Mets here, where you get your latest Mets media. Everything you need to know about the Mets, you get it on this channel. So definitely leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy Mets content. And the topic of the day is going to be Juan Soto possibly coming to the Mets in the offseason, which is huge news for a team that, definitely traded a lot of guys and got a lot of prospects, this year. So definitely Jeff Passan, definitely a reporter, a very known reporter, Jeff Passan, reported basically saying that the Mets are a surprise team that can possibly get Juan Soto in a trade in the offseason. And when you look at that and you hear this information, it's like, what? This is big. This is a big thing, because we know that the New York Mets have a lot of prospects. They got a lot of prospects in those deals for Max Scherzer, for Justin Verlander, and they have, developed some prospects of their own as well, so definitely this is big news for a team, the New York Mets, who definitely has had a horrible season, is not going to the playoffs, ain't going anywhere, and the Padres are one game away from an elimination, and they don't look like they're going to make it to the playoffs at all. So listen, Juan Soto, the Padres, it looks like the Padres possibly might trade Juan Soto. And this is surprising, because you would think that a team like the Padres would go right after Juan Soto and, extend him, especially the season he's having in 2023. He has a batting average of .275. He has 35 home runs on the season and 108 RBIs. So he's definitely been productive. And when you look at the Mets team and what they are missing a big slugger. They're missing somebody in the outfield that can definitely hit you some home runs. And starting Marte is not your answer. So when you look at the Mets and you look at the situation that they're going to be in, a lot of people have been talking about Shohei Ohtani and Juan Soto, but definitely Juan Soto, because he is going to be a free agent after the 2024 season. So if you trade for Juan Soto, you're going to get him guaranteed for a year. And the Mets have the money. They are a big market team, especially with Steve Cohen's money, that they could go after Juan Soto and, trade for him and extend him, just like what they did with Francisco Lindor, the sign and the extension and everything that happened with that. Now, he's 24 years old. He has 35 home runs in the season. Juan Soto has been a great player in the MLB, these past, ever since he's been a major leaguer, he's been amazing. He's definitely done a lot for his career already. But when you look at that, the Padres, and, they just, it doesn't look like they're going to make the playoffs. And the fact that they're even considering a trade for Juan Soto in the offseason, this is going to be big, because the Mets have a lot of prospects that they could trade. Now, the Mets have Drew Gilbert. They have Jet Williams. They have Acuna Jr. They have, Luis Angel Acuna. So they have a lot of prospects that they can give up for a big trade of Juan Soto. Now, they're possibly going to have to give up a lot to get Juan Soto. And it's going to be a big trade, for the Mets and the Padres if they do make that trade. At the end of the day, the Mets want to win, and the Mets want to win now. And I think for sure the Mets will try to be competitive in 2024. I definitely think they will. Now, will they go after a Juan Soto? Will they go after an Ohtani? I don't know for sure. But with the reports, it's saying that the Mets are interested in Juan Soto, and they could possibly be a major team that is interested in a trade. And definitely, there is no concern with the extension, because we know that Steve Cohen and the Mets, we know they're a big market team. We know they have the money. So money is not an issue for the New York Mets. So this is a big situation for the Mets looking into the offseason for 2024. And when you think about Juan Soto, like I said, he's such a talented player. He plays good defense. He brings you that great bat speed, that great home run power that the Mets are lacking, at times. Yes, they brought up some young kids, and those young kids look good as well. And we, as a Met fan, you hope that you won't have to give up a guy like Brett Baty, Ronnie Mauricio in a trade for Juan Soto, but you never know. Juan Soto got a lot in that trade, for the Washington Nationals, and to the Padres. That was a big trade, and the Washington Nationals got a big haul of prospects. They got C.J. Abrams, who was a major league, ready shortstop, ready to go, and he's been good for the Padres. But man, this would be a big trade, and it would definitely make the Mets, put them in discussion for maybe a contender, maybe a World Series contender, maybe a playoff contender. Definitely with Juan Soto's bat and Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor and Brandon Nimmo, and definitely, I don't know if they would have to trade for Brett Baty or Ronnie Mauricio, but this would be a big trade for the New York Mets. And I know that once you sign a player, once you get a guy like Juan Soto, you're not guaranteed to make the major leagues. You're not guaranteed to make, to go into the World Series. You're not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in the MLB. And we clearly have seen that with the San Diego Padres and their amazing roster that they have, and they barely have a chance to make the playoffs. Like, they were looked at as a big contender, a possible World Series contender. So the Mets, guys, getting a guy like Juan Soto, that would be a big trade for the New York Mets. And I think definitely the Mets should do whatever they have to do. If Juan Soto is on the table, a guy that's 24 years old, a lot of talent still is there. He's a young guy. When you look at the age of Brett Baty, who's 23, when you look at the age of Ronnie Mauricio, who's 22, these guys are young, but Juan Soto is still young. It's not like he's 28. It's not like he's 29. It's not like he's 30. He's only 24 years old. So he is a stud. He has proven to be a major league power hitter, a major league phenom, I would say, for Juan Soto. And, he definitely, denied the big contract with the Washington Nationals. He didn't see his career with the Washington Nationals. The Padres traded for him, and there's been talks about the Padres and Juan Soto being unsure if he wants to stay with the Padres, and the Padres maybe are going to trade Juan Soto. So this is huge news. And I think definitely whatever the Mets got to do to get a guy like Juan Soto, they got to make that trade. At the end of the day, you want to be a series contender. You want to be a World Series contender. And I want to see the Mets win the World Series at least one time in my life, for sure. But just in general, what Juan Soto brings is amazing. And he's still young. He's 24 years old. So you're not losing a lot. Now, I don't know the big talent that they possibly would have to give. They have first-round draft picks. They have that talent. They have guys like Jet Williams. They got guys like Drew Gilbert. They got guys like Ryan Clifford. They got guys like Ronnie Mauricio. They got guys like, Brett Baty. They have a lot of talent to give, and they even got more talent as well, young talent as well. So, I think that the Mets should do whatever they got to do to get Juan Soto at the end of the day. And I love the Mets players, the young Ronnie Mauricio. I love Brett Baty as well, even though he's been struggling and has not had a good year. I love Francisco Alvarez. Now, Francisco Alvarez ain't going nowhere, for sure. The Mets are not trading Francisco Alvarez. So if Juan Soto, if they want Francisco Alvarez in a Juan Soto trade, it is not going to happen for sure. But man, a guy like Jet Williams, maybe a guy like Ronnie Mauricio, Brett Baty, Mark Vientos, those guys, if Juan Soto is on the table, nobody is safe. I believe nobody is safe but Francisco Alvarez. When you think of prospects, and I love the Mets prospects that they got back, but there's nothing like a proven major league hitter like Juan Soto, and he's only 24 years old. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Juan Soto could be coming to the Mets? Do you think that the Mets should go for Juan Soto? Let me know, because I am definitely conflicted on giving a lot of prospects, like Ronnie Mauricio, Brett Beatty, those guys to another team. But if you get a guy like Juan Soto, I don't think there's really denying, that you got to do that. You have to do that. So, man, at the end of the day, I love Juan Soto. I love what he brings to the table, but, it's a tough one. It's really a tough decision. And this is why we got a guy like Dave Stearns. This is why we got a president of baseball operations in Dave Stearns, because he knows baseball. He knows what to do. He knows the right decisions, or the best baseball decisions to make. Now, not every decision is going to be a right decision. Not every decision is going to be a right decision. But, man, I am excited about what the Mets possibly could do in the offseason. I definitely have more videos on the way for you guys. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and just let me know what you think about this Juan Soto situation. Are you surprised by this? Do you think that there's really a shot to get Juan Soto? Because Jeff Passan, definitely thinks there's a shot at getting Juan Soto. And if he thinks that there's a shot at getting Juan Soto, he knows baseball. He reports. He is a proven guy. So, at the end of the day, if you enjoyed the video, like I said, leave a like, comment, subscribe. But I'm about to get out of here. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. This is where you get your latest Mets media. Everything you need to know about the Mets, you get it on this channel. All things Mets. So LFGM for life. I love you guys.